are back to our usual remote endeavor. Yeah, remote settings. We're back after hiatus and after the debacle that was technical difficulties in the microphone, aka this one right here that doesn't know the difference between switching from the Rodecaster to the Rode Pod mic.
That's what happened?
Yes, that's what it. So I'm an idiot. So I'll take that out. I'm humble and big enough. Well, the big enough, yeah, obviously. Do you recognize this T-shirt?
All I see is that, like, that Punisher, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's. I thought it was very apropos to you wear the same T-shirt that I wore the first time we met. Remember?
Vaguely, but I do remember.
They gave us our fun names.
Big Pun and Fat Joe.
There we go.
Terror Squad.
And the funny thing is, we ain't even Puerto Ricans, but it is what it is. We're neighbors.
But we're neighbors.
Yeah, not that distant. I mean, it's a boat ride away.
I'm bad at geographic stuff, you know. I don't know how I made it.
No,
Even out of high school.
DR in Puerto Rico is relatively very close. It's relatively close. Anyways, a lot of things happened since last time we recorded. Yankees are World Series bound, and the Mets.
Mini heart attack.
And the Mets, my condolences.
They put a good fight up. They
Yeah,
just ran in. Their spark ran out.
They didn't go out quietly into that good night.
No, they didn't. But
no, they did not. They did not go out quietly into that good night. So it was a great season for them. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a minute since they had a good season, and this was it. So congratulations to the Mets for having a good season, which abruptly ended because of the Dodgers. And well, we have that good old rivalry from back in the day.
yeah,
It's been 40 years and some change since the last time Dodgers and Yankees went to the World Series. I think it was the last time was in '83, if I'm not mistaken. And that last time, I think it was the Dodgers that won, if I'm not mistaken. And it was partially. It was the Yankees got done into by a Mexican and a Dominican. The Mexican in case was Fernando Valenzuela, who tragically passed away recently. So, R.I.P.
Yeah, I just saw that. That sucks.
That's bizarre, right?
That was like,
that's bizarre.
And it wasn't old either.
No, he was 63.
Yeah, that's not old. That's not old these days.
No. And also, so the Yankees
81.
lost to 81 was the last time. Okay, so it's been 43 years then. Okay. Yeah, 43 years. So yeah, it was between Fernando Valenzuela and Pedro Guerrero, Dominican, who did in the Yankees at that time, but the Yankees did beat them twice, 2 years in a row. I think it was 77 and 78, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there. So the Yankees and Dodgers, World Series bound. We shall see what happens. You have any predictions?
I was just reading something. Who's favored to win the World Series, Dodgers or Yankees?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is favored?
I'm guessing Dodgers.
Yeah, -110.
Mm-hmm. No. Well, we're rooting for our boys.
-130. The Yankees are +110. 7 games.
Did you know that A-Rod actually predicted that in the middle of the season?
The Dodgers and Yankees?
Dodgers, Yankees go in 7 games. He called
it. Just pitching wise, the Yankees have a little more of an edge because the Dodgers, if you look at their starting, like, I know you don't know much about baseball, but if you look at their starting pitchers, if they were all healthy, I would have been like, yeah, the Yankees done. Because they're starting pitching, Dodgers starting pitching, if you look at it, it's like, my God. But then you see the IL list and you're like, okay, that's where all their starting pitchers are. So it's like, they only really have 2 out of like the 3 good pitchers that are that, you know what I mean? Like, so stat-wise, the Yankees starting rotation is a lot more healthier. The bullpen to me looks a little bit better than the Dodgers. But
Okay.
what we just did to Cleveland's bullpen, which is like their strength, and that closer has been lights out all year for Cleveland.
I mean,
Class A has been lights out all season.
if the batting rotation does in this series what they did to Cleveland, we're more than good.
Yeah.
To give a good fight. Because I mean, Giancarlo Stanton woke up from a slump.
Well, it just seems like, and that's him. Like he's okay doing the regular season. You want to choke him out,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes down to like those big, like you can see it. He's
When it's
done it
clutch
in and
time.
out of the playoffs, like every year that the Yankees made the playoffs. So it's not like, you know what I mean. Like it's not like he's not waking up doing the playoffs, because this dude can hit doing the playoffs. It's like he's a whole another Giancarlo. Is like all the stats he race, and he's like, all right, I'm here. Give me what you got.
Giving Reggie Jackson a run for his money.
Yeah. So this is this dude, the closer for Cleveland, right? I'm going to read you his stats.
Mm-hmm.
So he pitched 74 games this year. So he was in 74 games. He has a 4-2 winning, like he won 4 games, lost 2 games. He has a .61 ERA.
Okay.
For a closer, that's crazy.
Well, good for him.
In the postseason, he pitched 7 games. He lost 2. He has an ERA of 9.00.
So they massacred him.
Postseason, he like, yeah, I forgot we're good Christian boys.
He wet
now.
the bed. He wet the bed.
Yeah.
He
So
wet the
that's
bed.
how good he was doing the regular season.
Astonishing.
So the Yankees hitting him the way he's been lights out, I think we can handle the Dodgers bullpen. I really do.
Yeah, but again, it's a thing between series and series. Like this has been my experience. Like I remember the one that hurt me the most. I don't know if it was it 03 that they went against the Marlins?
03.
That was 03, right? 03, right?
Yeah,
that was A-Rod's first year.
4-2.
That was A-Rod's first year in the Yankees, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No.
That was his second year?
No, I think that was his. No, he wasn't there. I think Boone was there. Boone
yeah,
was third baseman. He hit the home run against the Boston Red Sox to go into the World Series.
So I remember I was so hyped because I was like, yeah, we got them out of the way. And then I don't know what it is that once you see a first game, how things play out. For me, like after that first game, they were like, well, like I just saw them give up. Like something just told me, well, they gave up. I'm not saying this is happening now because obviously there has not been even game 1 yet. I'm just saying let's see how things go because they did great against Boston at that time. And then when they faced the Marlins, who, I don't know, you tell me, relatively speaking, were a less of a threat of a team than the Boston was.
Here's the thing with any baseball, basketball, any sports.
Mm-hmm.
You get hot at the right time.
And that's another thing that hurt them. I think there was a long pause between series. Because I think the Yankees nipped it in the butt quicker than Florida.
I don't think so because I think the Yankees won 7 games.
Okay, well, the thing is that there was a long rest time. I believe there was. There was a long rest time, not as much as this time now. Because I mean, technically they gave the Yankees like a week, right? Because the Yankees won last Friday. No, Saturday. Saturday. Okay, so less than a week. Okay.
I mean, it's not. It's less than a week. Like that, days. It's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm just saying. Look, I'm not trying to be negative.
Oh no.
I want our boys to win. We haven't seen a championship since 2009. That stadium only has seen 1 championship, whereas the old one saw 26 of them. I just won number 28 on that stadium that we have now, and it's been a while since the Yankees won. And I think the team that they have now is one of the most complete teams that they had in years. And the way they came out, and I mean Soto, they gotta dig out money for that dude.
Yo,
They gotta pay him.
blank
They
check.
gotta pay
Just like I
him.
told them, just like I said with Judge last year. Blank
Give
check,
him what
bro.
he wants.
Blank check.
I mean, I think even Judge would be like, "Yo, give this man his money. I don't care. Oh, he's gonna be paid more than you, and you're the captain. I don't care. That man is
But you also got to
worth
realize
the money."
25.
Jesus Christ.
He won his first World Series at the age of 19 with the Nationals, Washington Nationals, and he carried that team at 19. Now, don't get me wrong; they had good pitching.
Yeah. No, that was a good team.
But he
the
was
thing
19.
Right now, he is the best hitter in the game, in the entire game.
But you got to put him up there.
Right now he is. He is the best hitter in the game.
Judge this season was the best hitter.
Yes, but in the game, in general, like this dude can do it all. Like Judge, look, we got a murderer's row right now.
well, those three right now, like they just got to keep it going. Keep it going.
We got a murderer's row right now, so let's keep on the good times. Let the good times roll. Give us our championship.
Yeah,
and we're pulling for our boys.
I think it'll go 7 games, but I think we split the first 2 games.
At home?
No, because we're at Dodgers to begin with, because the Dodgers had the better record.
Oh, damn it.
So I think we'll split that. We'll come home, and that's what I'm iffy about. I don't know
3 games.
If we win
I
2.
think it's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 3 games in Yankee Stadium, right?
So it's 2 in LA, 3 at Yankee Stadium, and then 2 at
and then the last
LA
2
again.
in LA. So
is
we
it
gotta
that
nip
way?
it in the
or
bud.
is it?
I think it's so. I think it is so.
Yeah. That's what it is, because they don't come back to. Yeah, so the Yankees have to split 1 in LA with the first 2 games.
Okay. We gotta nip it in the butt quick. If we let them get 2-0.
Yeah, no, we have to win 1.
It's gonna be rough.
And we have to go to LA at least. I mean, we have to come home and at least win 2. We gotta. I mean, would I love for us to sweep it there? Yeah. I mean, and then it's done. But
I mean, this is gonna be not for the weak at heart. Let's just say this. This is gonna be.
I'm gonna be stressed out these next 10 days. These 10 games. This World Series is gonna stress me out.
How prophetic! We went to the game in June. It was versus the Dodgers.
Yeah, but we didn't have Soto wasn't in the game.
No, Soto wasn't playing.
No,
Soto wasn't playing. That would have made the difference. That could have made the difference.
So pissed off too, because he only went there to see Soto in the Yankee uniform.
Too. Me too. Well, I mean, he was in uniform, but he was just in the dugout.
They said he might pinch hit. That dude wasn't pinch hitting.
No, Boone wasn't risking it. Boone wasn't risking it.
Nestor Cortez, right? Call him Nasty Nestor. He's the one that they make he's like the Mario because of his beard, and he's hurt. There's something going on with his elbow.
Okay.
And he goes, I weigh the pros and cons. If I make the roster and I need to pitch, I'm going to pitch. It's worth getting a ring and then being out a whole year of baseball just to get that 1 ring. Now, is that a competitor or what?
I mean, I loved it in the press conference when they were still playing at Cleveland. That Giancarlo was like, he pulled a Kobe Bryant. He basically said, "The job ain't done. Job ain't done." So I'm digging this mentality that these guys have. They're not messing around. They know what they're getting into. They know what is in stake. So, I mean, we dedicated the first 16 minutes of this podcast just for the Yankees. But hey, we're Yankees fans, and I'm sorry for those who did not make it to the World Series, but it is what it is.
Mets did their thing, but they just that luck ran out.
Yeah, God bless them. God bless them.
That's steam.
I mean, the wheels came off. Let's just say the wheels came off just at the nick of it.
Yeah.
But again, kudos to them for a heroic season, coming from behind and getting to the National League finals. So that's commendable. and also they have a team for next year. That's pretty sure they're gonna have a team for next year.
They're gonna have to spend a lot of money on pitching. They
Yeah.
have no pitchers on that team, and that's what it came down to at the end. Like you had no pitching at the end, which killed them.
Let's go back to our favorite subject, our benefactor.
Minkia Juice.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you probably haven't seen the documentary yet from.
I figured that was gonna be something we did together, but someone went away and
Hey,
watched
I
it
had the free
without me.
time. I had the free time. I literally had nothing to do all day, and I just took advantage of the situation. So, good old Minky Juice. For those of you who are not privy to the inside joke, that would be a one Vincent Kennedy McMahon, aka the White Diddy,
Sure of this podcast.
aka White Diddy. He got another lawsuit in hand. Another one.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not him.
Cue DJ Khaled. Cue DJ Khaled right there. Another
And
one.
another one.
So not only him, Linda also got subpoenaed.
Really?
Yeah, WWE got subpoenaed and TKO for something that happened 40 something years ago, which automatically already destroys a few names that I mentioned because the statute of limitations and new regime, new people, they had nothing to do with that. So I mean, you can sue maybe Vince or Linda, but WWE and the regime now pretty much are like, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Well, if you saw the documentary, I'm burying the lead here, or beating around the bush. If you saw the documentary, there was an issue with a Mel Phillips and the Ring Boys. Ring Boys were used to set up the ring. They were young teenagers. They just give them, just to hang out. They gave him like posters and whatnot. They gave him like little severance pay. And this guy Mel Phillips SA'd them. Read between the lines.
SA them.
Abused with an S. Okay. Trying to keep it clean when this thing goes on YouTube so we don't get knocked out. He SA'd them.
Okay.
So the long standing rumor is that Vince knew and he allowed it because Vince because this guy his name again, Mel Phillips, he was his boy. Like they were tight. And Vince was like, well, no way I'm throwing my boy under the bus. I mean, say what you will about Minky Juice. He's loyal to his people to a fault. A very, very horrible legal and moral fault, but loyal nonetheless. I mean, should we even touch the subject of Jimmy Snuka? If you know, you know.
I don't think we should.
Yeah, that goes that's darker. That goes real dark. But if you know, you know. So yeah, this has been like a history of just covering up for people. Oh, and speaking of which, covering up for people, you know that in the lawsuit that he received because of the young lady, saying that she was also SA'd by Vince and a number of people, not including but notwithstanding John Laurinaitis, who was Vince's number one guy, who was always, oh yeah, Vince, whatever you say, Vince, yeah.
And he was married to the
Bella twins
mother, right?
mom. Keyword there was because last week she dumped his behind high and dry. And also, speaking of which, her daughter, Nikki Bella, who also divorced from her husband because of the alleged domestic abuse, turns out that the husband won the court case.
Yeah.
He won the court case and got the reward of the custody of their kid.
It's shared. So
shared custody, but I think he gets to live with her. I guess it's shared custody, but one of them has to be the one that she has to sleep in one house.
Yeah,
So I
so
guess
they share custody, so the kid can go back and forth to each house with no problem, and the other parent
uh
doesn't have say. So it's
hmm
split 50-50 right down the middle.
Okay.
So
Either way,
if he wants to take him to freaking France, he doesn't have to ask permission as long as it's
mhm.
doing his time that the court is going to figure out when he gets to see his son and when he doesn't. To ask permission for anything, pretty much.
And on to another subject within wrestling. Your favorite wrestler in the whole wide world. The man that you wish you had his T-shirt
Yeah,
so you could take it off and burn it.
that's right.
See, I always bring it back home.
That's
I
right.
always go to the bushes, but I always bring it back home. I know where you're at. I
Damn, I'm
know
gonna
where
have to
you're at.
play the
I
game
mean,
now. Get my
yeah.
frustrations out.
Like we didn't spend minutes after we recorded that
Dude,
last Sunday
that
we were
was like the
here, and
best.
you were just murking CM Punk with Vader, just Vader bomb after Vader bomb after Vader.
All everything.
Like if that would have been a voodoo doll, like dude must have pulverized ribs right now.
Dude's done. He's just
Speaking of him, it
great memories.
said that WWE is extremely happy with him because he has been on his best behavior. He's been on great behavior, his best Boy Scout behavior. So much so that they're even talking about renegotiating his contract and giving him an extension because it's just been 1 year of bliss. But it's been the honeymoon year. I mean, even in AEW, he had that 1 year of bliss.
Yeah.
So let's, give him time. Let's give him time. Although you could also see the other side of the coin and say, well, he's dealing with adults now instead of a coked up young kid as a
Doesn't matter.
boss. I'm just going, both sides of the argument. I really have no dog in this fight whatsoever, so I'm happy for him, I guess, and that he's not in trouble. And apparently, he apparently is going to be the one who's going to inherit NXT, anyways,
Oh
after
yeah,
Shawn.
that's the greatest thing Triple H ever came up with.
Well, he's behaving so well. Plus, he already has the ears of all the wrestlers in NXT. All of them, like, yes, father, yes, father.
This is how we messed up so much. Oh, I'm gonna follow in your footsteps. Maybe I'm
Well,
gonna go choke out
again,
Triple
look,
H.
I'm giving the dude the benefit of the doubt because so far so good.
Sure.
Yet, does he has his history of being an a-hole? Yes, very documented, very documented,
Big,
extremely, extremely documented.
a
Like,
big a hole.
yeah, like how thick is your Bible? It's like that's how many stacks things of list of him
You ever seen Bruce
poo-pooing.
Almighty? He's up the filing cabinet and he shoots
Oh
across the room.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's CM Punk's Bible.
Yeah, of naughty behavior.
Yeah,
Of naughty behavior. So yeah, well, kudos to him for keeping his, his lesser instincts in check for now. I mean, I know there's one of us that is rooting and hoping that he just lets that dark side out and show the world one
let
more
it out.
time
CM
what
Punk,
an
I see you,
evil
man.
SOB.
I see the
What
true
an
you.
evil SOB he is.
I see the true you. Come on, let him out.
That reminds me of a Stain song, but I'm not gonna date myself. Anyway,
Well, good and bad note, I saw that Samantha Irving has left, but then
yeah, that
Garcia
hurt.
is back full time.
Lillian Garcia, yeah. The old announcer
The
from back
OG,
in
one of the OGs.
from the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
Yeah, from back in the Attitude Era. Woman looks exactly the same.
yeah, she didn't age a bit.
We're talking about something that happened almost 30 years ago. When like 25 years ago was when she started in WWE. 25 years ago.
And how far?
That's a human being that can vote, that can drink, and can carry a weapon.
So, how long has she been away?
She's been away for a minute because she left the last time because her father had cancer.
Okay.
So she was taking care of him. She didn't. Every time she left, it was on good terms. It never was in bad terms.
Well, I figured
She's
that. I
left a
mean, I
couple of
don't.
times. She's left a couple of times. One it was because she was pursuing her singing career, and then then she came back. You know, it went whatever it went, and then she decided to come back. WWE opened arms, accepted her again, and then when she wanted to leave again, it was because of her father's health. And now Samantha, it said this is dirt sheet talk, so this is hearsay basically. She quit because of two things. She wants to pursue her singing career. WWE also, it said that WWE did not want to free her schedule a little bit more. Well, because she only not only does she does Raw, she does the pay per view or the premium live events,
Mhm.
and also she does the touring events with WWE when non televised events. So she's the ring announcer for the Raw brand. So WWE is a 250-day a year traveling circus, basically.
Yeah.
So also she has a daughter. So that was cutting time from between her and her daughter. And she was like, I got all these things. I want to schedule. I want to control my schedule. I want to control my schedule to spend time with my daughter. I want to control my schedule so I can have more reins in my career. And she was also asking WWE to free her up a little bit more. Kind of like a Pat McAfee deal. Like, Pat, he does his ESPN deal because he has, I guess, the contract he signed with ESPN for this podcast. ESPN has dibs on him. They call shotgun on the use for him. So he has to do his college football. So as soon as college football deal is done, he goes back to WWE. And she was kind of looking for that kind of deal, like free me up a little bit so I can do my. And WWE is like, no, it's us, it's us. So she had to make a choice, and apparently what she chose was to take her singing career. Now, some people are thinking that she was probably going to go to AEW to follow her boyfriend or fiance Ricochet, who is now in AEW. Have fun wrestling in front of three people, man. Anyway, because it is damn. I've seen pictures. Whoo, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Ricochet came out real quick to clear up the air, and was like, guys, she's not coming to AEW. He posted on his X account. He was like, she's not coming to AEW. Don't worry. It's not about me. But that's all he said. He didn't clear up any further. He just said, don't worry, guys. She's not coming to AEW. It's not about me. Some people were like, I can't live without my man. I don't think she's that type of woman. I think she's independent enough to know how to handle her business. And she can see her man every time she wants. So both of them are getting paid well, or she was getting paid well. I think she will be getting paid well now because, she made a good name for herself in WWE.
Well,
Her name was out there.
hopefully WWE will allow her back if she
I
wants
mean,
to
she
come
was
back.
great. She was good. I mean, hands down. I mean, no offense to Lillian. I have no disrespect to Lillian. I love Lillian Garcia, but Samantha was great. I mean, we haven't had a great ring announcer since Howard Finkel.
Yeah.
Back in the '80s, like the OG. We're talking about the OG from ring announcers, and she did a great job. She had her own personality, the best calls. I mean, this last WrestleMania, she killed it, and she did a great job. But there's an expression we say in the art. I'm going to say it in Spanish. That means like if you want to get, if you're seeking to better yourself, even you'll leave your house. So kudos to her. I hope we wish her the best. We will miss her because it's not the same. By the way, she's in the
I
game.
mean,
She's in the
hearing her call like old wrestlers, because obviously she had to record them for the game.
Yeah.
But just hearing her say Stone Cold Steve Austin, like you don't get that kind of like umph. Like
Yeah. I
you
mean,
said, Lillian Garcia is amazing. I'm not gonna, we got to give her kudos, but
No,
Samantha
I was
Irving
just
was.
feeling
She put her name on the board,
because
man. It's like,
because you were just getting like, wow. I mean, WWE has been firing on all cylinders ever since the new regime took over. I mean, ever since Triple H took over, it's like they can't do no wrong. Believe me, they probably wet the bed a few times
yeah,
and
like
certain
signing
things,
CM Punk, but
but to each his own. And the company is killing it right now. It is making a killing, and
oh, it's back to printing
also,
money.
yeah, it's back to printing money, and also, they're gonna be near our neck of the woods next year.
Talking about that before off,
Yeah, the SummerSlam is gonna be in MetLife Stadium for 2 days. So that's something to consider. Although I'm also planning to. I want to go to Comic Con with my daughter next year as well, to New York City Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to evaluate because you got to choose your battles here. So what's more important, wrestling or Comic Con with my daughter?
Well, the most
Because I already
important
talked
thing
to
is
her.
to get these girls here first.
Oh no, that's happening already. That was approved. They sent me an email that my daughter and my wife's paperwork has been approved. So they're now just waiting for the embassy to give them an appointment. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
my
saying.
daughter.
Like, these embassies, they just
No,
take their
I have
sweetness.
faith. I have faith because one, the program that they're in right now
Mm-hmm.
is extraditing them, their cases. So, I mean, because if you know the story, I think I told the story in my solo podcast, but my wife's paperwork were backlogged like 12 months and a half, 12 and a half months. They were backlogged because of an error that I did.
Oh
But
no, we talked
they,
about it on here.
okay, well, yeah,
So
also,
yeah,
my
so
memory's all over the place. But due to a new law that's called, I think, No Family Left Behind, they extradited her case and they approved it very, very quickly. So they're the ones that are making the effort to get this thing done. So that's why I'm like, I'm so chill right now. I'm like, okay, whatever I waited now till now, it was the worst. Now we're just in the end stretch right now. Like the goal line is right over there. It's like there, you know. The goal line is there. It's just a matter of a couple of plays and that's it.
yeah,
We're gonna score, or we're gonna kick a field goal, whatever. See,
whatever
I do know
happens
my
is
rules.
gonna happen. So
Exactly. See, I do know my rules. I know something. Look at this man who was enjoying the benefits of my TV when he was here watching all the football
oh,
games.
bro, I wish I had it this weekend. I tell you that.
You were like, man, you sit on this goal, man.
I'm sitting in
I
this
was
goal
like,
mine. You're not sharing either.
I'm like, oh yeah. You got NFL Network? Oh yeah, I think I do.
Goal mine
Like,
right there.
oops.
You just sitting on it like it's nothing. Stuff is some
Ah.
in the words of Bernie.
So you always got to come back. You always got to come back.
Well, we always if the podcast doesn't include
Minkia,
Minkia,
Punky
Punky
Brewster.
Brewster, you got Bernie or Joey. It's not a podcast.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since we done Uncle Joe.
And there.
Well, we're mentioning Minkia Juice. That's kind of honoring him as well.
Yeah,
We do
that's
because he was the one who coined the phrase.
right.
He was he was the one that coined the phrase Minkia. And again, if you choose to search the meaning of the word Minkia, and if you're surprised that it is an Italian cuss word, it's an Italian. We're kind of filtering that one through the crack. Yeah, we're filtering that one through the cracks because since y'all ignorant and we were too, until we find out. Oh damn.
That's what they're talking about. What am I doing?
And then you will be like, and then when you associate the word with Vince, you're like, oh, that's apropos.
It makes sense now.
That's why y'all call him Minky Juice. Like that was a hard-earned reputation, that man.
You see, kind of like a little bit more than double our last video.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the
Even with the
audio
bad
being
audio.
bad, you said?
Even with the bad audio, yeah.
So the first one you put out was 32 views. And the video that actually you put out with us mugs on it, with all of our sexiness on TV, on the
With all
screen,
this real estate.
all this
With
real
all
estate
this
that we got,
Yeah.
36 views.
Yeah.
Now,
I was like,
the shorts didn't really hit numbers,
no.
but
I
the
guess not.
podcast hit.
I mean, it's a work in progress. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. And what I'm proud of most is that everything that we've gotten is earned the hard way.
Oh
We
yeah, we
haven't got
haven't.
any bots, no paying promotions,
Just
no
us.
buying
Well,
subscribers.
mostly you, but you know.
It's just us doing the work. Just doing the work. Whether it's the Lord's work, that's another thing.
Listen, we don't know what we're doing here. We
Yeah,
every
basically.
week we get together, we put something out
We
on the
just
air, and
shoot
you
the
guys watch it.
breeze.
So, and they watch it.
Yeah, we should shoot the breeze, and that's it. And let the chip fall where the may.
Conversation we would have on by ourselves. So we just decided,
Yeah.
put it out there for you guys. Why not?
Speaking of which, let's go now switch to movies. Now, you saw the trailer that I sent you of Ballerina. That is in the John Wick universe.
Yes.
The Ana de Armas is playing the ballerina in question, and we saw a bunch of the characters that are in the John Wick universe, including a Mr. John Wick. Although I have to clarify before people get their hopes up, this movie, the timeline of this movie, Ballerina, is between chapter 3 and chapter 4.
Just
Just
everything
to
she
clarify.
went through.
Exactly. So the timeline in this movie, John Wick was still
John
alive.
He's still alive, but we won't go there.
Spoiling for them. Yeah. I know. Mr. Spoilers here.
Yeah. Oh, she's about to die.
Mr. I just killed Mrs. Creed.
Yeah, you did. Oh, by the way,
Oh, by the way, she's gonna die now. You're like, what?
Well, thanks a lot, buddy.
Like, what the F?
Just turn off the movie now.
We didn't go see that movie to
No.
see Mrs. Creed die. We went to see that movie to see.
No, we
Michael
didn't
B.
see
Jordan.
that movie in the movie theater.
And-
We saw it
Well,
right
we
at
saw that
HQ.
movie-
We saw it at
Yeah,
HQ.
at the HQ. But the main thing of seeing that movie was seeing Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Mayers beat the bejesus out of each other in a fake fight. That's the main thing. I mean, it was a long drag to get there, but we got there. Bunch of anime scenes, like the sweat coming out of Michael B. Jordan's back after he got punched in the stomach. Remember that scene?
Movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's coming out Friday, right?
Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a previous engagement. I mean, this Friday's stacked.
Well, yeah, it wasn't gonna happen this Friday. I mean, we got our engagement with our little family there.
Colleagues.
I see them as family.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in the trenches together. We fought in the
like
the gridiron together.
You remember the phrase I gave you when you left?
Which was that?
That it was an honor to shed blood with you in the same background with you. Very honorable.
And
it just needed the gladiator armor. Hey, Gladiator 2 coming out soon.
There you go.
It don't matter because the guy who played on one spoilers for a 20-something-year-old movie, the main character part 1 died in the end. So that's why I was curious.
I'm never gonna watch Gladiator 1 now.
It's been the statute of limitations for spoilers ended. It's been 20-something years.
Well, what time when do you end? Like, what is like your cutoff time?
I don't know.
A week? 2 hours
No.
after you watch the movie? Like,
for me, it's like a week. Yeah, that's my rule. I give it a decent 8 days to eliminate spoiler territory. Although I have learned my lesson, and now I ask. But in a 20-something-year-old movie,
Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm never gonna watch one.
mm, and also I already mentioned that I saw Beetlejuice back in the previous
Yeah, I
podcast. I
don't
mentioned
remember
that.
what. I barely remember one. I have to. If I would watch Beetlejuice, I would have to
I
rewatch
had
one.
watched. I remember I had Emma watch it with me at home before, like years before, so she remembered. So she wanted to see it in the movie theater. My wife didn't. Oh my god, it's so
That
disgusting! I'm
woman is
like,
smart.
me and my daughter just kept looking at her like, you know, this is a comedy, right?
You leave
This
that
is not.
woman alone. She's a
And she was like,
saint.
this is so disgusting. This is so disgusting.
She's a saint.
Yes, she is.
She's a
You
good
just
gift giver too.
yeah. You're just getting on her side because she gave you one of these.
Yeah, mine's in the dishwasher over there.
That's the only reason why you were like,
No,
go Ari, go Ari, go Ari, go.
that woman is a saint. I would back her up no matter what.
Well, I married her. I should know.
Yeah, for dealing with you, she's a saint. And dealing with the mini you too.
like the moment that she gets to heaven, God is gonna be like receiving her open arms, like I know,
I know.
I know,
I'm
baby,
sorry,
I
baby.
know.
I'm
And she
sorry.
was like, and she's gonna be like, why? Two of them, not just one. Two of them. Then you made the other one female. Oh God. Why, God? Why? Why? And God is like, I know, baby. I'm sorry. I made you strong, though. Oh, stronger than Hercules. You remember that? Hercules. Ooh.
Yeah, Friday stack. We both work.
Yeah.
Then we got dinner.
Uh-huh. Then Venom comes out,
Yeah.
and also
The first game of the World Series. See, I'm
yeah. So
sacrificing for this little family of ours. You see that, right?
we're both are. I would have been like that. Would have been a good. Although game is in California, so
No, they're still starting at 8 o'clock. It's an 8:08
Eastern
start.
time.
So it's gonna
Eastern
be.
time.
It's gonna. Yeah. So it's gonna be
It's
like
gonna be like
5 o'clock over there.
5 o'clock over there. So the sun is out.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna see a bunch of people calling out sick. You're like, sorry, I got to go.
All right. I'll see you later now.
Then again, it's California, so I'm not gonna expound on
Yeah.
that.
Let's be nice. Let's
I'm
be
not gonna
nice.
touch it.
What
I'm
are
not
you
gonna
trying to do
expand
here?
on that.
Looking at the players to watch, all, and it's like they give you the categories of home run, batting average, and RBIs. And it's literally just Judge Otani, Judge Otani, Judge Otani.
Don't be sleeping on Soto and
Well,
Stanton. Don't be
just
sleeping on those two.
but they had the most like home runs on their team. They had the better average on their team and the most RBIs on the team. That's why they put players to watch.
No, yeah. Well, anyways, give Soto all the monies. Did you saw the one that I mean that David Ortiz did to Juan Soto? You saw what he did?
What do you do? I forget.
You know, during their thing, you know, that team up of Derek Jeter, A-Rod, and David Ortiz is like they're giving Shaq and Barkley a run for their money.
They are, because it's like
They're
Jeter's
giving
just
a
sitting
Shaq
there
and
like, okay.
because Jeter's the serious one, but then you got these two Dominican crazy dudes, and they just don't give an F. I mean, A-Rod knows how to control it a little bit better, but David Ortiz is just straight
David
up Dominican.
Ortiz is going to be, he's Shaq in that whole scenario.
Yeah, he's just straight up Dominican mode. He's just Dominican Plátano power.
Because I think before Derek Jeter got there, got like a Yankee jacket, like one of those varsity jackets, and put it on Ortiz.
Uh-huh.
And Ortiz didn't know what it was on it, so he was just like,
Uh-huh.
and then he looked at it, he was like, what the?
He did that same. He gave him a Yankees cap. He went, look, put that on. It looks good on you. And he was wearing it. Yeah, I like this because he thought it was a Boston one. And we saw, anyway, going back to David Ortiz. David Ortiz was like, look, Soto was sitting next to him. I don't remember which game was it. I don't know if it was the home run game that he won, the last one. But David Ortiz was like, dude, everybody knows I'm from Boston. We don't gotta play that, but I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm not gonna be a hater. You look good on pinstripes. So those pinstripes look good on you. So this is what I'm gonna do. He grabbed the bag. He just threw it. It was just a sack full of money, bunch of $100 bills. He said, "That's what you would buy yourself an apartment in New York. You pay me back when they pay you." And then he just looked at the camera. New York, pay this man. Pay this man now. Pay this man now. When David Ortiz, basically the representative of Boston, is like, yeah, stay here, boy. Like that dude is tailor made for New York. Tailor made.
He is tailor made for New York, but he's tailor made for the Yankees. Like, now, don't get me wrong. Yes, the Mets are in New York. Yes, they have an owner that's going to spend more than the Yankees are going to want to spend.
Because he got more money.
But the better chance of making it to the, like, yeah, you want your bag. I understand. Like, if we win this World Series, it's 2 under your belt. Okay, great.
And the price tag went up.
But
if he wins the World Series, that price tag goes up.
Your stats of this year. Stats are kind of the way they are, is because who are you batting in front of? Second and third is Aaron Judge. If you go to the Mets, who's going to protect you in that lineup? Not going to bat first. Lindor's going to bat first.
I'm trying to be nice with the Mets. I'm trying to be nice.
I'm just stating facts here. I'm not. Am I saying anything wrong?
No. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, the Band-Aid just got ripped off the season for the Mets very recently.
Listen, the Mets weren't even supposed to make it where they got.
It's a very sensitive. Okay. It's a very sensitive time for the Mets fans right now.
I don't give a damn.
Like, it's bittersweet.
I don't
care. It's a
care.
bittersweet time.
Because if it was if the shoe was on the other foot, and we were, you know, Met fans, we would say, "Oh, the Yankees did this, the Yankees did that, they bought this, they bought that." In reality,
yep, that's true.
You're trying to do the same thing next year. But
I mean,
just
bottom line
look at the roster.
Both sides want to win.
Every team that goes into the season wants to win. But I'm just stating facts. Like, who is going to protect Soto in that lineup?
Well, look what Boone did in the game we went. Like, he just got a little boo-boo. What was it, in the elbow or the wrist?
I think it was his throwing elbow. So you had, like,
yeah,
it was hurting him swinging, and he couldn't throw, obviously. So you
Boone
had to
was like, Boone was like, nope,
and he wanted to play, but sometimes you have to be. Sometimes you have to stop your players.
That stadium was full.
Sometimes you have to stop the players, though,
man. Remember that day? That stadium was full.
Anyway, I was saying,
pay Soto his money.
Give Soto his money. Judge is going to okay anything you want to pay him.
Even Giancarlo sat and said, "Pay that man his money."
Just give him a blank check.
Pay him.
Go. Because at the end, like, he's going to have his best season here. And that's just good. That's going to be 10
good years out of him. They can get 10 good years out of him. 10 good years. Because that dude is still, like you said, 25 freaking years old. That dude still got 10 years left. That dude got still 10 good years in the tank. And we're not even talking about him. Then they can switch him back to switching to DH once the wheels falls off. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if his batting is still good, he can get an extra 10 years. He can get an extra 10 years of mileage. If his swinging is still good, and now with anyway, the thing is, we need him, but we're thinking too much ahead. Like, let's deal with the business now, and then let's go with the other business later. I guess that's the mentality as well right now. But
yeah, we got one more.
Truth be told, I think he's staying. Care of that. Yeah, let's nip this in the bud, and then let's go get it. Let's go get that contract signed. I mean, if even Big Papi already gave him a loan. Big Papi already gave him a loan.
It sounds like, you know, someone we know. Oh yeah, my dad just gave me a small loan of like $3 million.
We'll keep it there. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting close to the stretch. Let's promote our thingies. T Public is always there. I mean, you can get one of these. Those of you who benefit of video. This is indeed the logo of the company, not the podcast itself. Husky Bible Media. But the logo of the podcast is there, both the new one and the old one. This one. Again, for the also benefit of video. This is the old logo. John, aka Jonathan's favorite. Yeah, it is.
Having my face on the logo was like a dream come true.
It's still there. All those designs are there. Also, Dominican baseball, since we've been talking baseball so much, Dominican baseball is already starting, and guess what? All the Dominican teams are there. All the designs are there.
We don't, we don't discriminate here.
No, we don't. I personally have no love for the Licey, but they're right now in first place, and it is what it is. They're the current champions, and Las Águilas are right now smoking that smoke that comes out of the tailpipe in the bottom of the barrel. My poor Águilas. But anyways, whatever your team is, you're Dominican, go get you some. There's always a discount. It must be like a 35% off there anyways. Our website, huskybyboopod.com. Our social media, that Ariel Duran and Johnny Boy 426, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you for viewing and listening to this podcast. We will continue doing them because we don't know any better.
Hopefully you continue watching
and continue seeing how
torturous
how Jonathan's forehead pops, vein pops. Every time you mention CM Punk.
Thing about being bald, you can literally see the vein coming from my forehead all the way back to my skull.
Like you could, I mean, hopefully we'll get better cameras that can accentuate.
No, the cameras we got are perfectly fine. We don't need to,
Could be better. They could be better.
I'm good with this.
It could be better.
You don't want to see all the nooks and crannies of this smug.
I mean, if you're viewing us so far, I mean, you already have demonstrated you have fortitude, resolve.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Have a good week. Peace out.
Take care, people.